So what up, 2K fans? You know who it is. It's your boy Shake, and I'm back at it again with another Ankle Bully Season 3 My Career gameplay. And this is my 100-point game. And I have to give a shout out to my subscribers who've been hitting me up over Twitter. They were telling me that they wanted to see this. They wanted to see me get 100 points because some other commentators out there in YouTube land were out there getting 100-point games, and I usually save that for the end of the year, like when the next 2K is about to come out. You know, most people are looking forward to new footage from 2K16 or the next 2K, and so I typically do my 100-point game at around that time to still draw in some attention to the previous game. But as you can see, I'm gonna give this team everything I've got. There's no real method to the madness. I'm coming at them with jump shots, dunks, layups, and if you're unaware, I'm using the John Wall release in this gameplay. And there are a few times where I can't resist the swift assist, but I can't resist smashing on people either. And I will use some plays. I will use every tactic possible. And it's funny because this is my second time going for the 100 points. The first time, I actually got 2 fouls in the first quarter, and I only scored 75 points. And I think I really need to have like 4 quarters to get a nice full, 25 points a quarter, which is really the goal. And right here, look at that. We are live on BS TV, where amazing BS happens. Look at Brook Lopez. He deflects the pass, which is amazing. He didn't steal it, but look at this. Paranormal activity.
All right, everyone relax. Run your sets, attack the rim, crash the boards on both ends, and we'll be fine. Come on now, let's get after it.
I'm bringing you guys this gameplay from my combo guard, 6'4" point guard. And I'm attacking the rim with everything I've got, all the plays that I have in my playbook that have been working this year. That play kind of changed itself up. Got the spin jumper on him, and I'm still getting buckets. And as I mentioned earlier, I am using the John Wall release, and I don't necessarily think it's better or worse than the Rudy Gay release. I got kind of used to using Rudy Gay. I like that quick release, especially for being a small guy on the rec center or on the park. A lot of these 7-foot, small forwards and centers, they close out on you so fast. Even though it's unrealistic, their defense is so good. Got to get the ball off quickly, so I'm out here doing that in my career, testing it out. And this is my first real time using this shot, and I really got the hang of it in this gameplay. So you guys will see me on the rec center using this. This John Wall release is pretty nasty. And look at this! More BS! Unbelievable! The ball bounces off of my face. I would be on Shacked a Fool in real life if this had happened. On defense, the ball just hits me in the face, and I can't recover it. Come on, son. Giving them the crossovers. I'm going to the rim. I swear, man, I'm starting to believe that this Brooklyn Nets team, it might be the best team that I ever played for. And I know that's saying a lot considering I played for the Houston Rockets in last season. But I don't know. This team, it just seems like they have a bunch of role players, and I can really be that star. And we can get a lot of things done. I've got some consistent role players, and that's what's really good. Look how deep I pulled for 3 on that shot. That was a heat check right there. And it's funny because I took some more heat check jumpers after that. Right there, did the crossover, going to the rim, and I'm smashing on Cody Zeller. Sit your ass down. You know you can't jump with the ankle bully. Double screens. I see my man in the corner, but it's not about passing right now. I'm being the most ultimate ball hog that I could possibly be. I will go to the line and knock down those free throws. And right here I discovered something about that play. You can fake going one way, then come back and use the screens, and your man will be wide open under the rim for some easy swift assists. You can see the Charlotte Hornets are no slouch. They were still staying with me throughout all this scoring barrage. I had 53 points in the third quarter. I get fouled right here. I'm going to go to the line and knock down some more free throws. And in my career, I go 100%. And right here, we see some more 2K shenanigans. Look at this. We are live on BSTV, where paranormal activity happens. McCollum, he has no chance. Look at this. My hands and Jones' hands are on the ball. He's outside of the vicinity. And look at this. He's got some X-Men abilities. This guy's using the force. I didn't know players could do that. I'm hitting mid-ranges, I'm hitting long ranges.
Okay, on offense, I want you to really push the tempo. Play at our speed, taking shots early in the shot clock if they're...
But as I mentioned, I'm really starting to grow on this John Wall release. And I'm going to be using it on the rec center and the park until I get used to it enough. I tried the Damian Lillard jump shot. That's another one that I'm going to be experimenting with, maybe in the long run. But as it stands, I kind of like that Rudy Gay and the John Wall release. They're not 100%, trust me. I clank a lot of threes with them. Right here we get a nice fast break, leads to a slam. I don't think there's any jumper that I use that's automatic, that's 100%. I can just rain threes all day. It's guys that run with me, they see me miss threes, wide open threes with both jump shots, so, with all of my favorite jumpers. And so I think that it's just all about timing, all about getting enough open space. And look at this, that's an ankle breaker. The crowd, they gave me the crowd reaction, the instant replay on the dribble. But there's no stumble, there's no ankle break. He doesn't fall to the ground. That's really what an ankle breaker is. We call anything an ankle breaker this year, because if they just stumble, we call it ankle breaking, even though that ain't ankle breaking nobody. It's just, shaking a dude up. But we call it, look at that swift assist behind the back, flashy, no look pass. Right here, I get subbed out in the fourth quarter, up 102-98, so the game is still close. And look at my score. I only have 72 points. So I'm forcing up bad shots. I only have under 9 minutes to score. I've got to score a lot of points here. I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable. I don't have enough time. I don't know if I have a full quarter to do this. So I'm going at the rim like a mad animal. Like a bat out of hell. I'm getting steals. The game is still close. I'm shocked that that's even, the problem. Right here, I get a slam, taking the harm and the hoop, knock down the free throws, 109-102, 79 points, 6 assists, going to the rim, and I'm smashing over everyone. This is a two-hand slam. Right here, this is actually a contact dunk. That was actually pretty cool. Right here, I'm using the screen. I see my man under the rim. I'm like, no, I'm going to pull from out here. Buckets! The John Wall release. And once again, with all of these role players, this might be the best team that I've ever played for. And they do allow me to be the star. I don't have one guy that ball hogs like Carmelo Anthony or James Harden. I don't have no big bum under the rim like Andrew Bynum or Dwight Howard. Brook Lopez is a gem in this game. He gets a lot of buckets, a lot of rebounds. He plays really good defense. So I really appreciate having him on my squad. And I can use him in a pick and roll, a pick and pop, pick and fade. Right here I'm smashing on him. I'm just dunking on everybody. I'm breaking out all of the new moves. And right here I'm going to take a free throw jumper, get that excellent release. How do you guys feel about the finals? I think we're going to see the Cavs and the Warriors, and I'm sure I don't know. It's in my personal opinion that the Cavs might take home a title this year. They're pretty much the best defensive team in the postseason. And we all know that defense wins championships. Right here, I got 98 points. I pull up from the foul line, and I nail the mid-range money jump shot, tying Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point score. And I'm like, yo, I gotta do more than that. I can't just tie it. I gotta defeat it. I got 1 minute and 30 seconds left to beat the all-time record. And so right now I'm like, man, it's not over yet. I gotta get another steal. And I'm seeing opportunities to pass the ball, but I'm forcing up bad shots. I'm worried about the time that's running out because I've only tied his record. I gotta beat his record. And right here, I get a nice layup, flipping it off the glass to take the record. Just in time.
I like it. I like it.
Because my coach benches me right after that. And we would take the victory against the Charlotte Hornets, 136 to 120. My 100-point game. And that was kind of crazy. It wasn't that hard, too.
Well, congratulations on the win and for setting your season high in points scored for yourself. Would you say this is the best game you've played this year?
Yeah, I think it's up there for sure. I don't think I've had many other games where I've been this effective on the offensive end. There might have been a few where I've had a more complete game, but this is probably the most best offensive game I've had so far, for sure.
It was a pleasure for us to watch. Thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
And to show you guys that it's on Hall of Fame, 102 points, 3 steals, 4 boards, 7 assists, with the 2.0 Hall of Fame difficulty modifier, 1,900 points. Still a crazy game.
Hey, let's go over to the man on the aisle. What's your question?
You had a tough time taking care of the ball tonight. Why?
I don't like your face. I don't like your question. Don't talk anymore. Next.
You there. Next question.
Looking at the stat sheet, you took an awful lot of threes tonight. Any particular reason for that?
Well, the particular reason is I take a lot of threes because I make a lot of threes. I'm the best shooter in the league. I was open, so I decided to take some shots.
You, sir?
What does it mean to you to clinch a playoff berth?
It means that we're in the discussion and we got a chance.
And what would you say to the skeptics who think you don't have a real chance, like me?
Never ceases to amaze me whenever fools pop off talking about what they have no clue about.
You're calling me a fool?
Hey, if the hat fits, put it on your big old head.
And it seems that that's all the time we have today. We're all in playoff form, aren't we? All right, folks. Was it good for you? Good for you? Yeah, good for me. All right.
So after that game, I would pick up spin lay-in, which is going to work really well on the park and on the rec center. And I also got charge card for all you 7-foot over-dribbling cheese balls on the rec center. I'm trying to take charges. Well, that was my 100-point game. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I couldn't live comment because then the video would have been like 50 minutes long. Every single bucket going in. I had to record all the shots that went in. I wanted to show you guys how I was getting my buckets. It was a random assortment of everything from layups, dunks, jumpers, 3-point shots, steals, fast breaks, all that good stuff. I'm still using the John Wall release. I'm liking it a lot. It's really good for this little man. Got to flip it up real fast, get it over the defensive hands of some of those Olympian gods, to quote my man Chase Money, out on the rec center and on the park. But if you guys enjoyed the video, smack that like tab to show your support. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll have some more MyCareer playoffs gameplays for you guys later.